Surrounded by all those leaves, fruits and flowers, he almost paradoxically feels like surgeon in this completely clean, technical, sterile environment. He's surrounded by equipment and tries to capture down to the last detail things that we usually pass by every day without noticing.
Reality is cruel, and art is here to detach a person from reality, and at the same time, it can point out the spiritual aspects of life and improve our lives.
He is trying to record and trying to teach himself to notice the different stages of how flowers and plants and life itself mature. From youth to ripening to drying out and dying. The same as human life. It's part of it all. Something we just have to accept. And that's what he wants to capture in his art.
We find a certain beauty, and that beauty lies in coming to terms with life as it is. We're always working on a future, and now there comes a moment when you say, I'm already in that future. I can't work on the future anymore.
So he puts all the noise aside and begins focusing on what he believes is right and what he wants to communicate. And that matters. Because especially in this chaotic time, we are all trying to find ways not to get distracted, how to focus, how to stay open and attentive, how to appreciate what's around us. And maybe that's why so many of us keep escaping back to cottages, forests and mountains.
This is an interesting story. I discovered this flower there. I don't know its name. It's dry now. I picked this twig and thought, well, that's really nice. I like it. I'll pick another one a little further away. And I walked 2 kilometers and it wasn't there anymore.
So he simply pays attention and sometimes talks about it with the excitement of someone seeing things for the first time. And maybe someone is really seeing these things for the first time, at least this close.
Somehow over time I moved on to that relationship with nature. I was still drawn to it, and now I actually live only in nature. Cities don't really appeal to me because it's noise, rush, hustle, and bustle.
He created pleasant space for himself here. Somewhere he feels good, isn't being pushed by anything, and can just perceive. He never forces anything. If he feels it, he feels it.
I go to the garden, and when it's not very well maintained, there are these thistles that are considered weeds. But when I look at it closer, it looks very interesting. And then when it's at the end of its life and it dries up, the leaves here create these interesting patterns like spirals. A common thistle. Mr. Thistle's happy family.
When you're around him, you instantly become a little more attentive yourself.
And so I like all phases of life. But I like the one I'm in the most, which is the phase of withering and dying. Because there's still so much beauty in it.
And when he wants to get even closer to the nature than the edge of the city allows, he simply goes there. Where he feels like he's more part of it. And where there's even less noise.
I'm in the middle of the forest, so the connection with nature is very close. It's really about completely disconnecting from the world when creating.
V podstatě jsem sjel celý svět.
I've basically traveled all around the world and realized that home is the best place. Yeah, it's a very simple truth. I don't even feel like going anywhere anymore. I always look forward to coming home.
After everything he's been through, after all the hustle and the noise, he now focuses on what matters to him. And he wants to pass that on someone.
Divočák, Milan a Lukáš.
If you look at a dandelion from 2 meters away, it seems ordinary, but if you look from 2 centimeters, it's an exotic flower.
Květina je krásná každá.
Every flower is beautiful. It just depends on how far away you are when you look at it. Take the thistle, for example. It's often overlooked as a weed, but if you bring it into the studio and put it in the light, you realize how fascinating it is. The closer and closer I get to it, the more I uncover structures and shapes I never noticed before. It's simply a new world, immensely interesting.
He's also starting to focus on butterflies, because butterflies and flowers simply belong together.
Po mně zůstanou aspoň nějaká díla,
At least some works will remain after me, which express my perspective. If they help someone, that would probably satisfy me more than anything else. A butterfly and a flower live together in their own way. The butterfly depends on the flower, and the flower on the butterfly, and both are beautiful.